Let's begin the session. Okay. My name is Venkata Prasad. I have more than 17 years of experience in the IT industry. And today we are going to start. It is the first session of SQL Server 2022. So we will learn SQL Server 2022. Okay. So with no delay, let's begin the session. Let me share the screen. Okay, let's start. What is SQL Server? What is SQL Server? Microsoft SQL Server is a relational database management system. That means RDBMS. Okay. Developed by Microsoft. It is developed by Microsoft. Okay. Microsoft. Now, it is used to store, organize, and it is used to store, organize, and manage data. Manage data. Okay, that means it allows users to retrieve or modify or access data. Okay, so by using, or let me write, and allows users to retrieve or modify data efficiently using SQL structured query language. Okay. SQL server. So it is developed by Microsoft, and what it is? RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. What is Relational Database Management System? What is Database Management System? Okay, and what is data? Okay, so first let us see the fundamentals of the database systems so that you will understand what is Relational Database Management System, what exactly SQL Server stores the information, in which manner it stores the information. Okay, what kind of information we can store in it. Okay, let us see. Let us start with the fundamentals. Okay, let us start with fundamentals. Now see, fundamentals of database systems. Fundamentals of database systems. Okay. Now see, the first one is data and database. First one is data. Second one is database, and DBMS, database management system. Database management system, and RDBMS, relational database management system. Relational database management system. Okay. Now start with data. What is data? What is data? Okay. Data is simply a raw fact, a raw fact. Data is a raw fact or or figures or figure that has no meaning by itself, that has no meaning by itself. Okay, it can be numbers, it can be characters, it can be symbols, okay, or even images also, that are collected but not yet processed, that are collected but not yet processed. Okay, so that means it is unprocessed and unorganized. Unprocessed and unorganized. Example, you see, employee ID we have, name we have, salary we have. Okay, employee ID, salary, name, salary we have. Okay, 101 e-name, name is something Ravi, salary is something, okay, 50,000. 102, name is something Rahul, okay, and take the salary as 60,000. Okay, you see, these values are just data. These values are just data. They don't tell much until you analyze them. Okay, it is just data. That's it. Okay, then here one more thing is there. Information, data and information. Then what is information? See, what is information? Here, what did it tell here? What is data? Data is a raw fact or figure that has no meaning by itself. Okay, it is unprocessed and unorganized. Okay, now see, what is information? It is a processed data. That means meaningful information, meaningful data. Okay, information is processed data, data that has been organized, okay, summarized or interpreted to give meaningful, or sorry, meaning and support decision making. Information is processed data that has been organized, summarized or interpreted to give meaningful and support decision making. Okay, so what does it mean? Processing data means refining and converting the data into something that we can understand, and use. That is nothing but processing. So information is processed data that is meaningful, right? Now see the example. Just see the average salary of employees is, see here, 50,000, 60,000. Average is how much? 55,000. Okay, and you see Rahul here. Rahul, he earns more than Ravi. Rahul earns more than Ravi. This is meaningful. If you say the average salary of employee 55,000, it is an information. This is just data, raw fact. Okay, this is just a raw fact, and here information is, it is processed, organized. Okay, and we can summarize the data. Here, what are the examples? The average salary of employees. By seeing this, we can say this, right? Or see, Rahul earns more than Ravi. Okay, we can say it, right? So this is summarized information. This is processed data. Okay, that is about information. Okay, good. Now, data we understood, and what is information? Okay, we have learned it. Now, how many types of data are available? We have seen just numbers, characters, many things are there now. Okay, even videos, images, numbers, all these are nothing but data only. Okay, how many types of data are there? There are many types of data available. Okay, let us see the main types of data. Main types of data, what are they? Now see, the first one is qualitative data. First one is qualitative data. The next one you see quantitative data. Okay, third one structured data. See, fourth one unstructured data, and fifth one you see semi structured data. Okay, these are the main types of data. Okay, these are the main types of data. Okay, now see the first one. What is the one? First one, qualitative data. Qualitative data, what does it mean? It is descriptive. Qualitative in the sense descriptive. Okay, descriptive. This is descriptive. What is descriptive? Okay, actually this data which describes qualities or characteristics. Okay, characteristics. So this is descriptive. That means it is non-numeric data. This is non-numeric data. Examples you see, examples: gender. Okay, male. If you say male, okay, gender is male. Okay, and department equal to HR. City Hyderabad, which describes data Hyderabad. Okay. Sorry. It's okay. Okay. Now, quantitative data. The second one is quantitative data. This is numerical data. This is numerical data. Now see, this data that can be measured and expressed as numbers. Quantitative data. What is this? Numerical. Okay. Here again, two types are there. One is discrete data, and another one is continuous data. What is this? This discrete. Okay, this is nothing but countable numbers. Examples: number of students equal to 50. Countable. This is countable. Whereas continuous data, that means it is measurable. Okay, so measurable, that means it can take any value. any value. That means, example, if you see salary mhm, equal to suppose 50,000 like that, okay, or temperature equal to 40 degrees centigrade. Okay, this is continuous data. Okay, now the second one is third one. You see, third one is structured data. Structured data. Now see here, what does it mean? Structured data means what? Data is highly organized and stored in fixed schema. Okay, fixed schema formats such as rows and columns in relational databases. Okay, what is the advantage here? Easy to search and analyze using SQL. So data will be in tabular format, a fixed schema. It will be in tabular format. What does it mean? Rows and columns in relational databases. What is this relational database? That we will see. Okay. So it is easy to search and analyze using SQL. Right. So here, here you see data is there in, see here, tabular format now. So here example is what? Rows and columns in an employee table. Okay, so it will be in a fixed format, rows and columns. Okay, now see the fourth one, unstructured data. Now see data that doesn't follow a predefined structure or format. No issue. Okay, which contains rich information. Okay, but difficult to organize and analyze. Examples: videos, images, PDF files, okay, emails, etc. Okay, now the fifth one is semi-structured data. Semi-structured data. Now see what it is. Semi-structured data. Okay, data that is partially organized. Okay, that is partially organized. That means it doesn't follow strict table structure. But still has some tags or markers to separate elements. Okay, data that is partially organized. It doesn't follow a table structure, but still has some tags or markers to separate elements. Now you see the examples here. XML. Do you know about XML? Okay, earlier in legacy systems we used to work with XML. Okay, now it is replaced with JSON. And also logs, okay, or API data. Okay, and also no SQL data, no SQL data. Okay, example is MongoDB. This is semi-structured data that is partially organized. Okay, any idea about XML? Any idea about XML? Do you know about XML? Anybody? Kumar and Yadav. Anybody? You know about XML? Let's see. XML is nothing but XML means extensible markup language. Extensible markup language. Okay, it is actually it is older and more structured format. I told you in legacy systems we used to work with XML. Okay, now later JSON came into the market. Okay, it uses tags like HTML. It uses tags like HTML. Okay, so let me give one example here. Example is, suppose I want to write student information. Okay, I'll write like this. This is XML format, student. Okay. This is student, and this is open tag, and this is close tag. This is it, close tag. Okay, so between this, I want to write name. Again, open tag, close tag. This is the way how we write. Okay, Kumar, and is something 30. Okay, is, this is about is, and course course open tag, close tag. Okay, now SQL server. Okay, this is about student. It tells about student information. Okay, this is about student information. What is the name between these two tags? Name tag, what is that? Kumar. Age is between these two tags, this is 30. Course is what? Between these two tags, SQL server. Okay, that means here this is structured information, right? So it supports metadata. Okay, and still used in many industries, banking sectors and healthcare sectors. Still they are using it, XML. Okay, now let us see the second one. JSON. What is this? JavaScript object notation. Okay, this is actually lightweight and easy to read data format. Okay, and it is used mostly in web applications, mostly used in web applications and APIs. Okay, so and it is based on key value pairs. Key value pairs. Wait. Sometime we have also see the txt format file where data separated by comma and semicolon. Can those structure comes under or structure in the sense, see, we are talking about here rows and columns, see, right? That is information, comma separated values. Flat data, we call it as flat data. Who is this? Kumar, flat data. Okay. So later in SQL server, we will learn how to import that information into SQL server, or how to export this information from SQL server into a text comma separated values. Okay, that we will see later. Okay. Now next one, JSON here example. If you see earlier, what is this? We use tags now. Here we use tags. Okay, now see here we have to open and close curly braces, open and close curly braces. Okay, now see student, that means student information. It is student information. Okay, now square brackets we have to open, square brackets. Okay, in these square brackets in these square brackets we will write like this. Again, curly braces. For one student, we will write like this. Name. Okay, Venkat is okay, something 40. Okay, and course course SQL server, okay, SQL server. Now another information, another student information I want to store. Again curly braces, you see here, or let me copy paste this one, easy to change. Okay, name Ravi. Okay, 30, course is .NET. Okay, this is JSON format. This is lightweight and easy to read data format. You see, this is one format, this is XML format, and this is JSON format. Okay, now what is the advantage here? Easier to read and write. Okay, and less data. That means faster to process, rather than if we compare with the XML, it is faster to process. Okay, and in modern applications we use JSON only. Okay, now see the third one, what it is. Here no SQL. That means not only SQL. Okay, no SQL stands for not only SQL. Okay, it's a type of database that uses flexible formats. That means here it doesn't use traditional tables. Okay, that means what? Rows and columns like SQL databases, right? So it may contain, that means what? It may contain variety of types. Like example, you see document, we can store documents, or graphs, we can store graphs, or key value pairs, key values we can store. Okay, so based on the data model, no SQL database comes in variety of types. Okay, so here the main types are document, key value, and graph, and wide column. Many are there. Okay, so they provide flexible schema. They provide flexible schemas and scale easily with large amounts of big data. Okay, so here when we deal with huge amount of data, usually we use NoSQL. Okay, MongoDB is the example for NoSQL. Okay, that is about NoSQL, but our concern is with the SQL server only. Okay, so till now what we have learned is we learned about data, okay, and information. What is information and types of data? How many types of data? Here main types we have seen 5: qualitative, quantitative, structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. What is qualitative data? It is descriptive. Okay, that means it describes qualities or characteristics. Quantitative data in the sense it is numerical. Okay, but okay, you forget about these two things, but these are the main things: structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. Okay, structured data in the sense data is organized in fixed formats. That means rows and columns. That means tabular formats. Whereas unstructured data in the sense it has no fixed format. That means it contains like data like videos, images, PDF files, okay, emails, like that. That is called unstructured data. And also semi-structured data, okay, which is partially organized, but it doesn't follow table structure and it has some tags, markers, etc. Examples are here: XML format, JSON, and API data, and NoSQL data. Okay, these are the types of data. Now, what is the second point here? What is the second point here? Database. This is the second point, database. Now see, what is a database? What is a database? What is a database? What is a database? Now see, a database is an organized collection of data that can be easily accessed, okay, comma, managed and updated. A database is an organized collection of data, organized collection of data that can be easily accessed, managed and updated. Okay, so that is database, organized collection of data. Or we have one more definition for it. It is like a database is a digital storage system where data is organized in a structured way, so it can be easily accessed, managed, okay, updated and retrieved. Okay, so a database is a digital storage system where data is organized in a structured way, so it can be easily accessed, managed, updated and retrieved. Okay, why do we need a database? Why do we need a database? Let us see. The first one is to store data and organizing the data. To store data and organizing the data. Reduce duplication. To reduce duplication. Okay. Maintain accuracy. To maintain accuracy. Okay. And also multi-user access. Multi-user access. multi-user access. Okay, and also the main thing is here security. Security, that means to keep data safe. Security, and we can take backup and we do recovery. We can do recovery also, and fast search, and also we can generate reports. Okay, we can generate reports. So why do we need database? Database in the sense organized collection of data. Okay, these are the uses of database. Okay, example, if you see earlier in the colleges and schools, if you see the management, they used to maintain big registers, okay, and books for everything. Na? So attendance registers for students, marks registers for subjects, teachers details, holidays list, sports events records. Okay, many are there. So all these books together contain organized information about the school or about the college, right? So that is nothing but data. But they used to maintain manual way. They used to maintain everything in manual way. Later they started using Excel sheets. After that they started using school management system, different softwares, desktop-based softwares they started using. In the backend they used to use Microsoft Access as a database. Okay, so later they started using web enabled applications also. Everything is data, but they used to maintain earlier in books. Later they started using Excel sheet. Now they started using web enabled applications, web based applications. Okay, everything is data, but different ways. Okay, now here if you see the organizations also, organization in the sense banks, companies, different types of industries, so they use databases to store information, employee records, customer records, inventory details, or sales details. Okay, so whatnot, everything is a database now, right? So everything is a database now. Now see how many types of databases are there. The first thing here, let us see how many types of databases are available. See, types of databases. Types of databases. Types of databases. Okay. Here databases are categorized based on how they store, organize, and manage data. Okay. So here we have few types of databases. Okay. Let us see one by one. The first one is relational databases. Relational databases. Okay. Or let us see here. See where types of databases. See, you see here data which is of type structured type, structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured. Okay, so structured in the sense of rows and columns, it will be stored in tabular format. If it is unstructured in the sense, so it has no fixed format, which contains rich format information like videos, images. Okay, so documents like that. And the semi-structured data, if you see XML, JSON, API data like that. Okay, now we are going to discuss about types of databases now. So these are the different types of databases. Different types of databases. This is relational databases, no SQL databases, hierarchical databases, network databases, object oriented databases, and time series databases, multimodal databases. Okay, cloud databases we have, and in-memory databases. In-memory databases we have. Okay, let me copy this one. Right. This is what. Okay. Next. Let us see one by one. Relational databases. Relational databases. Here, relational databases in the sense It stores data. It stores data in rows and columns format. That means in tabular format. Tabular format stores data in tables. Okay. So and also uses SQL for querying. Uses SQL for querying. Okay. And also here it enforces relationships using primary and foreign keys. Okay. Examples are SQL server. Okay. Oracle, MySQL. Okay. PostgreSQL. Okay. So these are the examples. Okay. Now, no SQL databases, I already told you. So here, no SQL databases are used for semi-structured or unstructured. Semi-structured or unstructured. Semi-structured and unstructured. Okay, semi-structured unstructured data. It offers high flexibility and scalability. Here, documents we can store, key values we can store, column-oriented graph databases we can store. This is NoSQL databases. Okay. Now, hierarchical databases. Here, it stores data in a tree-like structure. It uses tree-like structure. Okay, that means it maintains parent child relationship. Parent child relationship. Okay, and mostly it is used in legacy systems. Mostly it is used in legacy systems. Okay. Now, network databases. Now see here, it allows many to many relationships. Okay, and it uses graph structures for records and links. Okay, the next one is here. The example is for network databases, Codacil DB. Okay, here for hierarchical IBM examples are IBM IMS, information management system. Okay, for NoSQL we have MongoDB examples, MongoDB and CouchDB we have. Okay, next one you see object-oriented databases. Okay, now stores data in the form of objects. That means as in object-oriented programming. Okay, and it supports features like supports object features like inheritance and encapsulation. Okay, examples are object DB and DB4O. Okay, this is about object oriented databases. And the next one is time series databases. We have time series databases here. Okay, so it is used to IoT and monitoring and financial data here. Okay, so it is mainly optimized for storing and querying timestamp data. Let me write here. For querying timestamp data. Okay, so we can use it in financial data or IoT monitoring purposes we can use. Okay, and the next one is multi-model databases. Okay, that means let me write supports for or supports multiple data models. That means documents plus graphs and also key values. It supports different databases combinedly. That means multi-model. We can call it as hybrid model. Okay, examples uh, Azure Cosmos DB. Okay, and cloud databases. Okay, so it is hosted on cloud platform. It is hosted on cloud platform. Okay, and can be SQL or no SQL. Okay, examples are Amazon RDS relational database services, Azure SQL. Okay, and the last one is it is in-memory databases. That means data is stored here. Data is stored in RAM. Okay, for high speed access. Okay, examples are Redis and SAP HANA. These are the examples for in-memory databases. Okay. Okay, let's stop now here. We can continue this tomorrow. Today is the first demo. Okay, so first we will see first 2-3 classes. We will see the fundamentals. Later we will start SQL Server. Okay, any doubts you have, you can ask me. Any doubt? Kumar, what is this? Doubts? Yes, sir. Doubts. Okay, you please ask me the doubts. Kumar, you can ask me the doubts. Can you please tell me that process all modules? Tell me that how can we process the all module? What does it mean? What does it mean, Kumar? Can you please tell me that how can we process the all module? That means topic which you covered. What you want, the complete syllabus or what? No. See, first 2-3 classes will be fundamentals. First 2-3 classes. I think third class, if you see third demo, so practically we can work. Okay, practical. We will. That means we will work with the SQL Server. Okay, and first 2 classes fundamentals I will teach. Okay, so practically only we will see all the things, not theoretically. First these 2 or 3 classes will be fundamentals. That's it. In the third class we can start work with the SQL Server. Okay. These are just fundamentals. If you understand this clearly, na, so you can work. Yeah, for practical, what we will do? We will write queries, all types of commands we use, TSQL, transactions, everything will be covered. The complete SQL Server. This is about SQL Server development. Received any project or practical sheet. No, while working with the commands, now we will see everything practically. So for that, we will create tables and we write the queries from where we get the practice questions. That means frequently asked questions you are asking. It covers everything, Kumar. It covers everything, all practicals, so commands. If you want, 1 second, I will provide you the link. What exactly you will learn, I will show you that. Like when you covered any topic, then for practice, for that, where we do practice, you have to install SQL Server, Kumar. For practicing, whenever we complete a topic, that topic you have to practice, right? So you need to install SQL Server. You need to install SQL Server. Understood? Wait, let me give you what is this syllabus also. The link I will share with you. See, this is the link, the complete syllabus about SQL Server, what we are going to learn. Okay. This is completely practical oriented, not theoretical. First, if you understand the fundamentals, okay, you can work easily. Then you will understand the subject. My question is that if you have taught us any topic, then for that practical topic where we get that question, I will only provide you everything. I will provide everything. I will provide everything, Kumar. Understood? Because in classes you have taught 2-3 questions, but for practical practice we have to want bulk practice. Okay. So for bulk practice, if you see, I will explain everything, but it is up to you. How do you work on it? Databases we will provide. You have to install the SQL Server software in your system. And if you want to create tables, databases and tables, that will provide, and you will create a database in your system. You will create tables in your system, and you will practice accordingly. All these are practical sessions only, not theoretical. First 2-3 are just fundamentals. That's it. Understood? Because in classes you have taught us 2-3 questions, but for practice we have to work. Any other questions? Completely we will see practically only. So no theoretical. First I will explain you the subject. After that we will see everything practically. Okay. Any other doubts? You go with that link, you will get the complete syllabus, what we are going to cover in SQL Server 2022. Okay. So if you don't have any other doubts, we can close the session. Tomorrow will be the second demo. Any doubts? Any other doubts, Kumar? Okay, fine. Okay. So let's continue this in another session. Tomorrow is the second demo session. Okay, fine. Okay.